1. Arsenal reject Chelsea bid for Wonderkid Max Dowman. Exploding head. 2. Arsenal's shock bid for Noni Madueke. Agreement reached? 3. Arsenal's £50 million bid for Chelsea's Noni Madueke. Transfer talks heating up. 4. Latest football transfer news, Madueke, Kudus, Gyokeres, and more. 5. Breaking, Arsenal in €50 million talks for Chelsea's Noni Madueke. Transfer update and Club World Cup impact. 1. Arsenal reject Chelsea bid for Wonderkid Max Dowman. Exploding head. Imagine the drama of a young football prodigy being courted by rival clubs. That's exactly the situation Arsenal's Max Dowman finds himself in, as rumors swirl about a potential move to Chelsea. At just 15 years old, Dowman is already making waves in the football world. Reports suggest that Chelsea has floated the idea of including Dowman in a player plus cash swap deal for Noni Madueke, a talented 23-year-old England international. Arsenal, keen on signing Madueke, is expected to send an opening bid to Chelsea after agreeing personal terms with the player. But here's where it gets controversial. Chelsea proposed that Dowman could be part of the deal for Madueke. This suggestion was swiftly rejected by Arsenal, who view Dowman as their crown jewel. Dowman's impressive record, 19 goals and 5 assists in 22 matches for Arsenal's under-18s last season, makes him one of England's most promising young talents. The social media buzz around this potential transfer has been intense. An ex-account with 176,000 followers, Hand of Arsenal, shared the news on X, formerly Twitter, stating that Arsenal immediately rejected the idea of including Dowman in any deal. Arsenal Fan TV AFTV followed suit, posting on Instagram with a caption that humorously questioned Chelsea's intentions. What are they smoking over there at Chelsea? In a move that speaks volumes, Dowman liked AFTV's post, hinting at his desire to stay at Arsenal. His father, Robert Dowman, also chimed in, responding to a tweet from an Arsenal fan with a clear message of loyalty. Arsenal are our club. You know that. Back in May, Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta praised Dowman after he trained with the first-team squad. Although Dowman was unable to play for the Gunners last season due to age restrictions, Arteta hinted at a bright future for the young talent. He trains with us a lot, Arteta said. Does that mean he will play in the Premier League many games? I don't know. It depends how good he is and how impressive he is and how much he offers the team. Arteta's words underscore the careful nurturing Dowman has received at Arsenal. He is in the right pathway, Arteta noted, emphasizing the importance of consistent support and challenge. He will dictate how fast we go. And this is the part most people miss, the role of a supportive environment in shaping a young player's career. Dowman's journey at Arsenal highlights the club's commitment to developing talent from within. But what do you think? Should young talents like Dowman be shielded from early transfers, or does exposure to different clubs accelerate their growth? Share your thoughts in the comments below. 2. Arsenal's shock bid for Noni Madueke. Agreement reached? The transfer saga surrounding Noni Madueke has taken a dramatic turn, with Arsenal poised to make a bold move for the Chelsea winger. The Gunners are ready to make an opening offer, sparking a heated battle for the 23-year-old's signature. According to reports, Madueke has already given his nod to a proposed move across London, but the real challenge lies in negotiating a transfer fee with Chelsea. The Blues are thought to value their prized asset at £50 million, $68.3 million, but this price tag is open to negotiation, leaving room for Arsenal to make a compelling case. To put this into perspective, Chelsea initially signed Madueke from PSV Eindhoven in January 2023 for an estimated £28.5 million, $38.9 million. A successful transfer would not only bolster Arsenal's attacking lineup, but also yield a substantial profit for Chelsea. But here's where it gets controversial. Will Madueke's desire to leave Chelsea be driven by a quest for more playing time, or is there more to the story? The winger has been an important player for Chelsea this season, featuring on both the left and right flanks. However, with the arrivals of new talent, including Jamie Giddens, Liam Delap, and João Pedro, the competition for attacking spots has intensified. At Arsenal, Madueke would likely compete with Gabriel Martinelli for a starting spot on the left flank and serve as a backup to Bukayo Saka on the right. But can he adapt to Mikel Arteta's system and justify the hefty price tag? In a recent press conference, Chelsea's manager, Enzo Maresca, addressed Madueke's future, stating that he wants players who are happy to be with the club. When asked about Madueke's situation, Maresca praised the players' contributions but emphasized that unhappy players are free to leave. As the transfer window heats up, what do you think? Will Arsenal's opening offer be enough to secure Madueke's services? Or will Chelsea dig their heels in? Share your thoughts in the comments below. With a 5-year contract reportedly on the table, is Madueke making a smart career move, or is he taking a gamble? The clock is ticking, and the drama is only set to unfold. 3. Arsenal's £50 million bid for Chelsea's Noni Madueke, transfer talks heating up. Here's the latest twist in the ever-shifting transfer market. Chelsea are demanding more than £50 million for Noni Madueke, a figure that could either seal his move to Arsenal or spark a bidding war that reshapes the Premier League landscape. This summer, Arsenal have emerged as the frontrunners for the 23-year-old winger, but the path isn't straightforward, especially with Chelsea's price tag and the club's own ambitious plans. But here's where it gets controversial. Could a swap deal involving Arsenal's teenage star Ethan Nwaneri be on the table? That's the part most people miss. While Arsenal pushed to finalize a new contract for their 18-year-old sensation, who's locked in talks with the club and attracting German interest after a stellar debut season, 9 goals in 37 games, Chelsea are reportedly hinting at a potential exchange. Would Arsenal trade Nwaneri for Madueke? It's a gamble, but one that could redefine both teams' attacking options. Speaking of which, Madueke's versatility, capable of playing both flanks, means he'd immediately challenge Bukayo Saka for Arsenal's right-wing spot while also pushing for a starting role on the left. But let's not forget the bigger picture. Chelsea's asking price is steep, even for a top-tier winger. The Blues paid £30 million for Madueke in 2023 and are now set to cash in. But is this a fair valuation or a strategic ploy to maximize profit? Meanwhile, sporting director Andrea Berta is juggling multiple targets for Arsenal's forward line, including the elusive Real Madrid star Rodrigo. Yet, with Madueke's availability and proven track record, 13 Premier League goals in 67 games, the deal is gaining momentum. And this is the part most people miss. Madueke wouldn't be the first Chelsea player to cross the divide this summer. Just weeks ago, Kepa Arrizabalaga made a £5 million switch, and now the pattern continues. But here's the kicker: why is this happening? Is it pure financial strategy, or are deeper rivalries at play? As Enzo Maresca, Chelsea's head coach, hinted after their Club World Cup victory over Palmeiras, the club isn't holding back players who aren't happy. Noni has been vital this season, he said, but his message is clear: if a player's future lies elsewhere, they're free to go. Could this signal a broader shift in Chelsea's approach? And what about the competition? Newcastle's £50 million offer for Anthony Elanga at Nottingham Forest shows this is no isolated case. Buying top talent is becoming a race to the top. So, will Arsenal bite? With Madueke's arrival, the Gunners could add another piece to their attacking puzzle. But is £50 million worth the risk? We've reached out to fans. Do you think the fee is justified, or is Chelsea overreaching? Drop your thoughts below. We're curious to hear if you're Team Madueke or sticking with Saka as the Lan. 4. Latest football transfer news: Madueke, Kudus, Gyokeres, and more. Breaking transfer news: Premier League's £50 million plus bidding wars heat up. The football transfer market is reaching fever pitch with several high-stakes deals in motion. Here's what's making waves in today's transfer gossip, and why some of these moves could reshape the Premier League landscape. In a stunning development, Chelsea are anticipating bids exceeding £50 million for their rising star Noni Madueke. The 23-year-old English forward has already agreed personal terms with Arsenal, setting the stage for what could be one of summer's most talked-about transfers. Meanwhile, an intriguing battle is unfolding between Tottenham and West Ham over Mohamed Kudus. After the Hammers rejected a £50 million bid for the 24-year-old Ghanaian midfielder, both clubs remain locked in negotiations. But here's where it gets interesting. Victor Gyokeres is willing to sacrifice £2 million in wages to facilitate his £70 million move to Arsenal, showing just how desperately players want to join the Gunners project. Speaking of Arsenal, they've cooled their interest in RB Leipzig's Benjamin Sesko after the German club demanded an eye-watering €100 million, £86 million, for the Slovenian striker. In other news, Borussia Dortmund are seeking to extend Carney Chukwuemeka's loan from Chelsea, with his £40 million permanent clause proving too steep. Chelsea faces their own challenges, needing to generate over £60 million in sales to register new signings for Champions League competition. In more affordable moves, Crystal Palace are close to securing Ajax left-back Borna Sosa for a modest £2 million, while Roma has shown interest in Brighton's Danish midfielder Matt O'Reilly. In what could be a controversial move, Victor Osimhen might return to Galatasaray, but only if they meet Napoli's non-negotiable £65 million release clause. Leeds United are eyeing Hoffenheim's Anton Stock, though they'll face stiff competition for the German midfielder. In other developments, Everton's veteran midfielder Idrissa Gueye has committed his future to the club until 2027, while an interesting story emerged about Genoa's failed attempt to sign Jamie Vardy. Their sporting director had sealed the deal before manager Patrick Vieira vetoed the move for the 38-year-old striker. What do you think about these potential moves? Could Madueke's transfer to Arsenal shift the Premier League's power balance? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. 5. Breaking: Arsenal in €50 million talks for Chelsea's Noni Madueke, transfer update and Club World Cup impact. Transfer talks won't sideline Chelsea's starlet Maresca. Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca is standing firm on Noni Madueke's availability for the Club World Cup, despite the club being in the midst of negotiations with London rivals Arsenal over a potential transfer. But here's where it gets interesting. The deal, reportedly worth €50 million, $58.5 million, could be finalized as early as this week. So, will the transfer noise affect Madueke's performance on the pitch? Maresca doesn't think so. "I don't have any doubts that if we need Noni, he will help us," Maresca said, recalling how Madueke shone during a previous game despite the surrounding speculation. Madueke, who joined Chelsea from PSV Eindhoven in 2023 for €35 million, has been a regular fixture in Maresca's lineup, making 32 Premier League appearances last season. As Chelsea prepares to face Fluminense in the Club World Cup semi-final, Maresca has confirmed that Madueke will be up for selection. This raises an intriguing question: can a player perform at their best amidst intense transfer speculation? Some might argue that the uncertainty surrounding Madueke's future could be a distraction, while others believe it could fuel his determination to prove himself. We want to hear from you. Do you think transfer talks can impact a player's performance? Share your thoughts in the comments below.